virtual performance and podcast.
A little distraction for your Saturday satisfaction.
Nailed it. Yes, we are back streaming live today on your Saturday night. My name is Ellis Williams, and I'm here with the beautiful
Christine Williams.
How you doing, wifey?
I'm good.
Yeah?
I'm trying to hang in there.
True.
I'm about to give up on Chinese food, but I'm hanging in there.
Yeah, Chinese food was something this week. But I have something very interesting to tell you guys. It's an interesting show. We're talking about Generation Z. Did it come up here? Z? Does it look like a Z? I don't know.
Generation Zombie?
Yeah, Generation Zombie. Generation Z. All right. And it's episode 21. So we are here. All right. So we're going to go ahead and talk about today's news, the news of the day. I hope you guys are doing good out there. But, oh my gosh, I have something for you. And I had to definitely try not to tell you about this.
Okay.
Whew. So today.
Excited to hear what the news of the day is.
So today's news is coming from allthatinteresting.com.
Okay.
You see this woman right here? This woman right here?
Okay.
Her name is Jessica Krug.
Okay.
Okay? I'm going to read you the headlines.
Okay.
Okay? All right?
Not Karen?
No.
Okay.
So, check me out. University professor of African Studies confesses that she is a white woman after pretending to be black for years.
What? Nobody knew?
No one knew.
Hold on. It was a virtual class? Or
No, it was a real for years.
in person?
Years.
This lady right here on the mic, right here.
Yes.
On the mic.
Yes.
On the mic right here.
Yes.
This one right here.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
On the end.
Yes.
The one with the pale skin.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna read you some excerpt from that thing. So
the one with the milky white skin right there on the end.
That's her.
Okay, with the black hair.
You with the black hair. That is her.
Okay.
So check me out.
With that really fine. No,
that is her.
Okay.
Pretending to be black for years. Yes, being a
but
university.
How, Sway?
Well, I'm gonna have to tell you.
Okay.
All right. There's an excerpt from that article, quote unquote. From the moment she came into the classroom, I was in awe of her, and I'm just shocked that it was such a complete lie, says one of her students. Krug routinely taught in leopard print clothing, high heels, and huge hoop earrings. She told the class that she was from the Bronx and proud of it, and even got into a dispute with a student who claimed rap was invented in Brooklyn instead of her supposed home. She even used the N-word in class.
Okay, first of all, what school was this again?
I believe it was the one thing I didn't take from the notes. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't an HBCU. Let's be clear on that.
No,
but any
University
other school,
of Phoenix?
No,
I'm just joking.
Any other school.
DeVry.
I mean, I'm about to say something really controversial here, but
oh boy,
I'm pretty sure there were no black students in her class because ain't no way a black person gonna walk in. And see her looking like she looking. Just because you throwing hoops, that don't make you black.
Homie. the student that said what they said, her name is Goraya. I don't even know how to spell that name right, how to pronounce it right, but that sounds pretty African.
Goraya, and what's her last name?
It didn't say.
Okay, because she could have any last name. She could be Hispanic. You know, they range.
Why? Because it sounds like Goya? Racist.
I wasn't trying to say that, but I was just saying that there are instances where there are black people that are really, really light and you can't tell. I will give them that. However, her skin, ain't no way. Ain't no possible way. The girl that was pretending to be the NAACP president looked more black than she looked.
But check it though. It's possible that this isn't what she looked like.
Oh, okay, she might have had on the makeup like the other girl.
Maybe
the hoop, she might have had a weave in.
Yeah, because I've seen other pictures where she looks almost convincing.
Okay.
But but the thing is, you wouldn't know. You don't know stuff about people
She was
because
throwing them
because
kente oils on.
we're in an age where you can't necessarily just go
Call people out,
and
yeah,
call people
and
out and
question
just
people.
judge them based off of their looks.
Yeah,
So
because there are a lot of people that I want to,
yeah,
call out sometimes,
yeah,
but I don't.
yeah. Because now that you know, when you see it, it'd be like, oh hell no.
Yeah.
But if you didn't, you just be like, must be a small percentage in her skin.
I mean,
in
if
her
she was
background or
teaching the
whatever.
class, identifying or whatever, maybe
Mm-hmm.
she's trans race. I don't know.
Trans race. Wow. Hey, I don't know, bro.
We don't know.
I don't know. But I'm gonna tell you.
They have African American study class, and she knew a lot about it.
Yeah, she could
But
have. She could have done well.
I was
when
gonna
she
make a
was in
joke
class.
and say maybe I should teach a white American study class, but
And on that note,
that'd just be regular history, huh?
and on that note, we're gonna go into Who's on the Line featuring the very talented Richmond artist Xenos The Stranger. Pretty sure I always say that wrong.
Xenos.
But see, he spells it with an X.
Okay, but it's still pronounced Xenos.
Okay, well, Generation Xenos, aka my little brother. All right, so show him some love. This is Who's
On the Line.
Omar Brown is on the line, aka Xenos The Stranger, coming out of Richmond. I'm a young artist out here, just trying to make it big and trying to do something.
Okay, all right. AKA, this is my little brother, y'all. So we out here doing big things, you know what I'm saying?
Sir, sir.
Dig that. So yes, so the episode is Generation Z or
Generation Xenos.
Xenos, because that's your name. And yeah, man, we got some questions for you. And we're gonna roll right into it, starting with, and trust me, this is an easy question.
Oh, really? All right.
So I know as well as you know that
Mhm.
Michael Jackson is the greatest entertainer of all time.
Oh, yeah. Best believe, man.
Yes. So she might not agree, but but who would you say for your generation? Who would you say is a Michael Jackson of your generation?
Dang, well, that's a hard one because I'm not even going to lie. I don't follow trends too much because if I was going to give my answer personally, I would say Michael Jackson is the most influential for me. But my generation as a whole is kind of hard because it's like, it could be Kanye West, and then it's hard because social media puts all of these influences on our face. So we really don't even know at this point. I feel like we're still figuring that out.
True. So if you had to give like your top three of like who are like the biggest entertainers, most influential in your time right now.
In my time, I think like this is I don't mess with Beyonce like that, but she does have like the type of stardom that Michael Jackson had, but like not on that level, but like a minor version of that. And then Kanye West, he kind of got that like that innovative type of spirit too. And then for a third one, it's hard to pick a third one, but I mean I could say Drake just because of how big he became. But or Lil Wayne, just anybody from Young Money.
True. Yeah. I hate to agree with you, but you are correct. I would say if I had to give, I'll probably say Beyonce just because Beyonce is the only person that's gonna have a whole crowd of people that's willing to pay $500 or more for a ticket in the nosebleeds.
That's what I'm saying.
Can't
say one bad thing about Beyonce.
Yeah, and I forgot to give this disclaimer. So yes, we're going to be asking you a lot of questions today about your generation. That doesn't mean we look to you like you are the voice of your generation. Maybe one day, I don't know. Maybe you are in your own mind right now, But we just want to let everybody know that your views does not reflect the views of your generation.
Yes, the mouthpiece may be out there, y'all.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so I got the next question for you.
All right.
What impacts will this pandemic have on your generation?
I feel like this generation is heavily impacted, like including the ones like my age, because it's like this is the time that we're like coming of age and like we're growing up and finding ourselves. And with this COVID-19 stuff, it's like it put a halt on everything. So it's like people that had plans for college or like to find some work after high school, it made it real difficult because we got this blockage going on. So we got some people our age that is like, some people are taking advantage and learning a new skill, but we got others who's just staying in the house and they're not making the best of the situation because some of them are hopeless. So we got like one extreme and the other extreme.
Yeah.
True that. True that.
How do you think that will change, like once y'all grow up and y'all become, older adults? Like, how do you think it will change how you act in the future?
I feel like it's gonna show us more gratitude for like what we had. So when we come from back from this, we're not gonna take anything for like granted. You know?
True. True. I agree. I definitely agree.
Yeah. I think most people will probably feel that way.
Yes.
I mean, because, this was something that nobody could have anticipated, right?
I wasn't expecting this at all.
Yeah. And
Right.
like even scientists and, people that plan for like mass, events, they weren't thinking anything like this. So I think everybody will probably feel, once we go back to normal, if we ever go back to normal, that, you don't take anything for granted, like simple things like we were talking earlier, like going to the bowling alley or a movie or something like that. Those are things that, we took for granted when we had, we could do it anytime we wanted. But, going forward, it's like, oh, like that's something that's really like something that you never think about. Like, dang, I really miss that,
Because I used to be a dang hermit, man. I wouldn't even care about going out. And now I do. And I'm in the house and I'm just like, dang.
I'm telling you, it just makes you look at life differently, and it makes you come out of your box. Like, heck, we have a show. Like, we never would have thought of making a podcast show or any kind of show or entertainment kind of thing besides just performing. So yeah, it definitely bringing out some stuff out of people.
Like I do respect how it gave us like the time to like rethink our lives and just like get back on track, because some people were slipping, and it did like it got me thinking about my future a lot. I can say that.
So speaking of the future, you recently graduated, young man.
Yes, I did.
Big congrats for that. We were there. It was awesome. So why don't you tell our listeners and our viewers your graduation experience from your point of view?
It feels a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. Like, to go through that type of experience when it comes to graduation, I don't know. It just had it was mixed emotions, because I know how it could have been, but I was also grateful for like what they did. So like when we did that tour around the school before like we actually did the actual graduation, it just brought a lot of emotions in my brain. Like it's hard to explain. I don't feel like it was just one emotion. It just like I could feel that the energy, like the teachers and the principals, they all felt bad. I could tell they felt bad. They were trying to make the best out of the situation.
Yeah.
But you could tell.
Yeah. But at the same time, and this was just from my point of view, like it was almost like, man, like almost like a reality check. You're just like, wow, like this is really happening. Because when I graduated, we didn't even have high school. We didn't graduate on campus. We graduated like down the street in Broward, in Fort Lauderdale somewhere, and it was just like, okay, we graduated. That's it. You're never going to see the school again unless you go back. So just to have you guys walk through your campus one last time.
It did feel good though.
Yeah, like I could imagine, man. I could only imagine what you guys were going through.
Yeah, it felt like a big relief though, man, because like with everything going on, the question of how we gonna do this school thing was like, it was on our mind a lot. Like, how we gonna finish our classes and our work. So it was a big relief because it took that worry away.
True that.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So speaking of, graduation, now that you've graduated, you have, future plans. What would you say how would you say your generation views college now?
I feel like this is also mixed because it's like we got people who are more traditional, and then we got people who like I say, like they're free thinkers in a way. So it's like, I mean, college is necessary for some people. It just depends on the field. Like, if you want to be a doctor, you can't learn that online and trying to operate on somebody. You probably kill them. But but yeah, that's where college is necessary. But if you want to be like a computer engineer or something, and you can practice that trade at home or trade school, something like that, college is not it's not necessary.
True.
So
Yeah.
that's how we feel.
So, yeah, you speaking of your generation, but what about you? What's your plans for college?
Dude, so look, like at first, I was the last person who wanted to go to college, man.
Really?
Yeah, man, I was the last person because high school turned the brother off. And I was like, nah, bro, walking down these halls just make me angry, man. These teachers all in my face, these kids annoying. The school lunch is bad. So, yeah, I was the last person that wanted to go. Mm-hmm. But this COVID thing, like, it just got me thinking about it, man. And it's like, I'm real bored, and it's like I'm not really doing much, So it kind of like persuaded me to go to college and like, get like a degree in computers and things like that.
Okay. Yeah, very proud.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, so your generation's seen a lot. Like, a hell of a lot. Like a lot. Like too much. And you haven't even hit 20 yet.
Yeah. We thought our generation has seen a lot, moving from, cell phones, computers, and like how things just change so fast. Mm-hmm. But, your generation is definitely like,
y'all take the cake.
Yeah. Y'all have seen and iPhones come out every week. It's like, let me stop.
You're right. True. But it sucks, man, because it's like older generations, like the boomers, they got beef with us because it's like they really think we got it easy, man. But I feel like the presence of social media is making it a little bit hard, because it gives us this false depiction of life, and then like we all just feel like lost sometimes.
Yeah, it's just like overall, man. Like, it's not to say anybody's lives are harder than the next person. It's just everyone's life is different, and whatever path you choose, whatever path you're on, it's not, if you're trying to really attain greatness, it's not gonna be easy. And every generation, they're gonna have their ups and downs. Boomers had theirs, Generation X had theirs, Generation Y, millennials, I guess, and Generation Z. So with that said,
are we going to Generation A after this?
I was wondering that. Like, how did we skip
Generation Z?
I
don't know. Yeah. Well, anyway, what would you say is the craziest thing that you've seen in your lifetime?
My lifetime. Dang. I mean,
yeah, so much.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Because at first, before the COVID, I thought it was the hurricanes, man. I'm not even gonna hold, because because growing up, that just looked crazy, man. Hurricane Katrina and everything like that.
Yeah, that's right. You were
because man, we was getting kicked out the house, low key, because our house looked effed up.
It was like, because like you were only.
It had to be like 4.
Something. I think you was 4, and I was still, and I graduated high school, but I think it might have been a summer or something, and Katrina came and hit Florida first, and it wasn't that bad, but it was still like, wow, this is a pretty strong Category 1. By the time it hit New Orleans, it was like a Category 4 or 5, I believe. But what people didn't like pay attention to is that while Katrina was hitting, New Orleans, we was getting hit by a bigger hurricane, which was Hurricane Wilma, which it was just a lot longer, and it was just like beating all that damage. So yeah, the where we were staying at got
I seen those. I remember those photos and everything.
Yeah, so that was definitely crazy. Definitely.
Yeah, and as a little kid, it's weird to see that, man. Like, just see like you get moved out of your house, and he's like, dang, it's just weird. All those changes, man.
Yeah, but I mean, it was fun not having to be in school and just
Oh yeah.
kick it. So a
Yeah,
lot
it
of
was
fun.
sticking it. And
Lot-
then, hey, I think the release for that time was when Kanye West released Gold Digger. You know that
Was it?
video?
Was
Yeah,
it? Was it
because
around that time?
that video was always on the TV, man.
True. Yeah, it
So
was.
that's the relief in that time, man.
I guess what we could call it.
Good visuals, good visuals.
Mhm. True.
So tell us about any upcoming projects you have in the works.
I'm currently working on an EP. It goes by the name of Radio Xenos. It's gonna,
Okay.
yeah, it's gonna be like low key old school style, but mixed with some new school elements. So y'all
Okay.
stay tuned for that. And shoot, I'm gonna start recording on that soon. So
Nice, man. Can't wait to hear, bro.
Yeah.
Cannot wait to hear.
you're gonna love it, man. I know the older generation they're gonna love it, man.
And you know that yeah, just catering to my generation, well, our
Yeah.
generation.
Yeah.
You
Your
know.
generation won't appreciate it
You know.
as much because you
I
just
don't want to claim Generation Z, man.
yeah.
I
You're
don't
just
feel like I'm from here. I feel like I'm from another time.
Well, hey man, don't let them hear that cancel culture is not.
Yeah,
yeah.
But I don't think it's about. I don't think it's about, especially with in our field. It's not really about claiming anybody. You don't want to say, "Oh, I identify with this group of people or this group of people."
yeah,
I think it's really just about reaching anyone that will listen with your
yeah.
music. You know, and those people, if they they dig you, they're gonna stick to you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You
I want to
just
start my own generation.
yeah.
Hey, so be it.
You just put so much thought and forward thinking into your music that is just so much more well rounded than I guess people your age normally put out. Not saying that other people your age aren't putting out good music. It's just like, your music is packed with more, you understand music. You are talented in other ways, not just putting beats together. So I think that may be why you kind of feel like,
Yeah.
your generation is on one level
Yeah.
and you're on a different
Yep.
level.
Yep.
I
And
got it.
no, go ahead.
I was about to say, if I gotta be the person to carry this generation, so be it, man. I'll do it.
And that's the mindset you gotta. That's
Yeah,
what you gotta do. See, this little hat makes me look like I'm woke. This is what you
yeah,
gotta do. That you should common sense.
yeah. Yes, brother.
All right, Hotep. All right, brother Hotep. Anyway,
This is my brother.
anyway, so with that said, let people know how where they can find you, what's your social medias, all that stuff, so they can listen to your music.
Mhm. So y'all can check me out on Instagram at Xenos The Stranger. That is spelled Xenos The Stranger. And I use that alias on Twitter. I use that alias on YouTube. And you can just search me up and you can find me wherever because I stream everywhere, man. I'm global.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Get it, little bro. Okay.
No.
So, man, I think that's all we got for today.
Yeah.
Definitely thank you for taking out the time,
Yes, thanks so much.
to come out here and talk to us about your generation because I'm still trying to understand it half the time. I don't know about you,
Yes.
but
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out myself, man.
hey,
It was
well,
crazy.
but hey, man, as long as you can like share your message with the people and they get it, that's all that matters. Stay true to yourself and keep moving.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. So, thank you very much, man.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks, Xenos.
All right, deuces, y'all. Deuces.
Hi, we're back. So, yep, there you have it. Xenos the Stranger, aka my little bro Omar. Did he sound like he had like a New York accent? No?
He just
Yeah.
sounds like
Yeah.
he normally sounds.
Yeah. Well, you don't know like I know him, but
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely follow him. Great young man,
Yeah.
of course, and I'm not just saying that because he's my brother.
Yeah.
He has a lot going on and
He has
a lot more coming. But now it is time.
Good head on the shoulders.
Now it is time for trivia, where go ahead and just throw some questions in there for you guys to answer about today's topic. And guess what? I have all the questions,
Okay.
but do you have all the answers?
I always got all the answers.
No, you don't. So if you have the answers, put it in the comment section below, and we will get it popping, pop-a-lopping. All right. Are you ready?
I was born ready.
Number 1. Do-do-do-do. What percentage of Gen Z know someone who uses gender-neutral pronouns? That's like him, her, they.
I get it.
Yeah. When, why, how. Anyway.
It's not him, her, they. It's they.
Whatever.
Them.
Okay, yeah, whatever. A, 50%. B, 25%. C, 35%. Or D, 40%.
Those are pretty close. I'm just going to say that I've been using gender neutral profiles for a long time.
To describe yourself?
No, just to talk in general so people won't be all up in your business. Like, oh, I was with them. That way they don't know if you're with a female or a male because it's none of their business.
I don't think that's how this works. I don't think that's how any of this works.
Okay.
Anyway.
I'm going to go with D, though, 40%.
D. Okay, we'll find out at the end. All right, that was question number 1. Question number 2. And good luck with this. Okay. Name the generation after Generation Z. Multiple choice.
Ooh, yeah.
A, Generation Alpha. B, Generation what the F? C, the Revelations generation. Or D, Generation WAP.
Wow.
I'll say it again. A, Generation Alpha.
None of those sound like real answers.
Generation WTF. C, the Revelation generation. Or D, Generation WAP.
I'm going to go with C, Revelation generation.
Wow, you are dark. That's a dark one. Wow. Okay, we'll find that out at the end.
I mean, it just sounds more realistic.
Even my mother says the Revelation generation. Wow. We'll find out if you're right. Okay, you ready? Here we go. And number 3 to close it out. True or false? Gen Z men are more enthusiastic about women entering politics than Gen Z women. Sipping my Incredible Hulk, y'all. Pretty good. The Hypnotic and Hennessy.
False.
You're going to say false.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why?
How can men possibly be more enthusiastic than women about other
We care.
women?
We care.
I'm not saying y'all don't care, but like how it's like saying, I don't know what can compare to that, but it's just saying
we can care.
There's never been a woman president, and you're gonna tell me that women aren't gonna care more about that than men?
There's a lot of women that didn't care about the last one. Before we get political, let's go ahead and talk about these answers. That's right, good shot, Judy. We care. We can care. Anyway, you know what? Because that question is so controversial, I'm going to start with that question and go backwards. All right, you ready?
Okay.
So number 3, true, false. Gen Z men are more enthusiastic about women entering politics than Gen Z women. Unfortunately, you are correct.
Okay, men, you need to step up your game. Just saying.
Yeah, whatever. False.
I bet you if she was looking like that WAP video, y'all be ready to vote, huh?
Wow, that is not even. Anyway, 76% of Gen Z women say the growing number of women running for office is a positive change for society, compared to 57% of Gen Z men, which is still good. It's still really good.
Okay, so a little bit more than half men are like, we could tolerate a woman.
I'm pretty sure millennials is like a little bit, worse.
At this point, we'll take whatever. It's like, just kidding.
Wow. Okay. Anyway. Okay, so number 2. Name the generation after Generation Z. That was A, Gen Alpha. B, Gen what the F. C, the Revelation generation.
If it's B, I'm going to be mad.
Or D, Generation WAP. The answer is, you said C, the Revelation generation. The right answer is Generation Alpha. A.
Oh,
the generation listed after Gen Z is Gen Alpha, born between 2013 and 2025.
Oh
But I'm pretty sure that's gonna change because it was we were supposed to be Generation Y, and then we became millennials.
It is Generation Y and Generation Millennials is. I mean, it's
the same thing. Yeah, but before, like, you didn't hear about you didn't hear about millennials when you was like in '97. You weren't hearing about heck. You didn't hear about millennials until like maybe what?
I mean,
the last 10 years?
technically, Generation Alpha already exists. If you think about it.
Don't get there. Don't.
But I'm just saying that's a pretty cool name to have.
Generation
Alpha. We run this junk. But then if it's like Generation Beta after that, it's just kind of like, but we Alpha.
Damn. Hot damn.
They just picked a really bad name for that. That's hard to. You can't compete with that after any.
You can't. But the Revelations generation would have been pretty badass. I'm just gonna say that.
It would have been.
I'm just gonna say that. So I'm gonna pass this to you, and we're gonna go into your favorite segment, not mine. When, where, why?
Where we explore travel destinations, places that we'd like to go. If we weren't,
banned from everyone.
Yeah, I mean the ban. Some please. If there wasn't, how about this? Travel advisories in place.
Yeah, it.
Okay, so today's destination is going to be another European destination. I know we're all over Europe right now, but that's okay. We just got one more for you this week, and today's destination is Germany.
Berlin, Germany.
I didn't get there yet, but okay. So the where is Germany? Berlin, Germany. Yes.
My bad.
When do you want to travel there? May through September is the best time to travel because it has the best weather. However, October and November is also a good time to go because Berlin has some awesome festivals going on. Oktoberfest, everybody's favorite, and then they also have a jazz fest among other festivals that go on during that time. Winter, unless you love snow and you just want to go during that time, you love cold weather, it gets dumb cold there. So, you might want to reconsider that if you plan on traveling during those other months. We talked about the where. Why Berlin? Why did I pick Berlin? Okay, so this one is geared toward our Generation Z. And so the whys listed here are more targeted towards them. But I do have some notable mentions for our, non-Generation Z folks. So they are very affordable to visit. So they are one of the most affordable cities in Western Europe. It is estimated that you can enjoy the city at approximately $55 a day on a budget. I love a budget. So
I love a budget too.
They have an epic graffiti scene and epic street art. You can see the remnants of the Berlin Wall. Tear down this wall, Mr. Gorbevich.
Wow.
Be part of history.
Who knows that?
Okay, that was like one of my favorite lines that I learned in history class. Let's see. I told you I should taught history. Anyway.
What?
They have a Holocaust memorial there that you can visit. They have something called, and I'm going to completely mess this word all the way up because I do not speak German, but it is called Beige. Yeah, I will put the spelling in our Facebook group.
Wait. Bring it to me. I want to try to read it. You guys can judge me if you want. Where is it? Where? Badischkif.
Okay. That was a little bit better.
Yeah, I worked at Busch Gardens, for a little bit, so I learned a little,
So basically, that is a rec area right on the river that runs through the city called Spree. And it is complete with an outdoor pool, bars, and restaurants. So, can't go wrong there. You can't go to Germany without having German beer and bratwurst,
Proceed.
Yeah. Among the other delicious foods they have there. And then this one is particularly for Gen Z. and what they will be interested in the most. It is known, Berlin, Germany, is known as the party capital of the world.
Stop it.
Yes, it is.
Stop it.
It is affordable. It has an affordable night scene. It has bars and clubs that have no closing times. Tell me the turn up is not going to be real in Berlin.
Wait. So they be turning up at 7 a.m.?
If the club is still packed, I mean, they ain't gonna close. It's open until. How about that? Okay.
Until never.
So we have some notable mentions here for those who are not in Generation Z or just for our mature Generation Z travelers. So notable mentions include they have an entire island dedicated to museums. It is called well, I'm not gonna mess up the name, but the museum complex is north of the city and has 5 internationally significant museums. One of the things that I thought was really cool that they have in their museums is the Egyptian Queen Nefertiti. They have a sculpture, like the shoulder up sculpture of her.
Uh-huh.
And then have other Middle Eastern artifacts, whether they were rightfully obtained or not. I'll leave it at that. And then they're also known for their day spas. So Berlin, Germany has great day spas, something that you would not normally think of, but like evidently it's really popular there. And I also mentioned Oktoberfest already. And the Jazz Fest. So that concludes the when, where, why.
Party capital of the world.
Party capital of the world.
Even more than New Orleans, Miami, Cancun.
Cheap beer. I guess that just makes
well,
it.
then that's what you should start with that. Yeah. Cheap beer.
Cheap beer.
Wow.
I guess the turn up is just like something that you're not going to experience anywhere else. I don't know. Wow. You won't know unless you go. So.
Wow.
That's why we have these Winmore rides, so we can add this onto our bucket list.
I guess so. And there it is. So now we're gonna go ahead and hop into our musical selection by our musical guest who's on the line, or who was on the line. Now they're not. Why are you laughing at that?
Wow.
Stop laughing at my jokes. It's okay.
Wow.
This is oh God. This is Xenos The Stranger. Enjoy.
Tonight is my right, 2 nights, maybe more. Cloud 9 lust, I'm loving many horns. Yeah, come on. Put it away.
Oh man, there we had a little snip of that performance. That song actually is very dope. Check them out on Spotify. Just check him out right now. Xenos The Stranger. Mm-hmm. And check out all his stuff. Like he has so much stuff.
You can check out that entire song.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
In all its entirety.
Yep.
All right. So just remember, follow us on Instagram. That is we.live.podcast. We post all sorts of funny stuff and updates and all that good stuff. Make sure that you follow
me at Treat Talk on Instagram, where I post about travel things similar to the When, Where, Why segment. And I also post delicious related things, food related things.
Yes.
And then the talk part will be, you have to follow to find more, find out more about that.
Check it. We are growing this channel ever so So steadily. She has 99 followers as of before this recording. So
And will you be the one
yes.
to take me over the
Yes.
top?
All right. So check her out. Support all that good stuff. Remember, I have an album out, Bam, that's coming out. Well, it is out. Is on Spotify right now. You can check it out. The All From One Experience, Lift the Music Volume 2. So enjoy that. Yeah. And remember, do you want to take this one?
Mm-mm.
One day I'm going to get her to say it. Just remember, if you fart and it stinks, you should probably
No.
go to the bathroom.